Hello and welcome to another live stream edition of, well, the only type there is, The Abandoned World. Abandoned because it used to be the Minecraft Pocket Edition, then the world got so big. The phone I was playing on couldn't handle it anymore, and neither can the one I have now. So this computer is the only thing that can handle it, and I have to have it at 16 chunks or less, or the game will crash, because apparently no computer of any kind really likes to play this world, but this one will do it. Anyway, this is a live stream done on twitch.tv/GeorgeF551, so if you want to see these when they happen, depending on my work, it'll either be Fridays at 10 or Saturdays. Usually Saturdays at 9 in rotation with the arcade 1-up cabinets. If it's able to be done on Friday, we don't do it Saturday. Simple enough. Anyway, there's quite a few things that I've got ready for you. Something to show you. And I found stuff. Interesting. Anyway, here it is, mobile failure. And of course I was down here in the strip mine. And you'll start here. All I found was 12 iron ore and some redstone. Yay! Anyway, that's literally, and I missed the elevator shaft. That's literally everything. And that second level is where the mining happens. There's just so much lava that just stick with the second level, which is from 10 to 16. And is the sun going down? Yep, it's getting darker. Be good to sleep the night off. And hard to tell, but I've redone my tools, and the silk touch on this will come into play. The bone meal will come into play, and I got new iron helmet, and the rest was rebuilt. So we're heading back home. And here's the massive village. And as you know from the previous week, that we found a village near the stronghold, and we are expanding it because everywhere there's a major feature in which there's a village nearby, we make it big. Or in the case of the commune, we just made it a thing all on its own. So we're going to head back home. Now put some stuff away, and we have a small project to do. And you'll see what it is when we get there. Of course, home is just on the other side of this hill that's about to form. As the hill peaks, it slowly goes back down, and of course that's where the homestead is, which has grown, and we'll show you that in a moment. I wonder if you can see it from here. Yeah, I don't know, the YouTube compression, it might not have been visible, but Anyway. Cheap shot. Well, you lose anyway. Alright, we could use that bone. Anyway. Got a couple of things to show you here. For one, we have a new path that leads to something. And we will look down because... Well, never mind, because I just realized that something green that goes hiss and boom might be there and I won't see it. Anyway, here's a building. And... well, there's a green thing that goes hiss and boom. There's another one. Anyway, this is why that Silk Touch shovel will come in handy. Oh, and I have done a little play testing. It's probably something the good players of this game already know, and I didn't. I know that if you have a 1-block gap between the ground and the door, a zombie cannot break it down. In my test world, I tried it with half slabs, and they also failed. So I half slabbed all the major doors, so I can just waltz right in. Anyway, this is the new beehive building. I'm going to make some hives, because I found a bee's nest while building the railroad that goes to the... trying to get materials, building the railroad that gets to the stronghold. So I stumbled upon it. I got some chests to store stuff marked off over here. It's just making, getting ready to make bottles. I think we got glass here to do that. Not going to worry about it right now. Just showing you what we got here. And this got redesigned because, as you can see, you got dispensers with push buttons. And because it acts like a redstone circuit, if we push one of these buttons, we can either throw in some shears and get some honeycomb, or throw in some bottles and grab honey once the hives are full of honey. Now, we had this trapdoor setting on the back as well, but once you press the buttons, the doors would fly up. So this was kind of done. And I play tested in my play world to make sure that when there is a hive here, that when the button is pressed, these won't move, and they didn't, so those will stick. And up here on the upper level, where the hive is going to be, and a dispenser, there's a grass layer with flowers. More than what we need. So, I got something else to show you. A couple of things in the house. Because I did a lot of work from the last live stream. Oh, and yeah, another one of these. Ran out of places on front of the house, so started to put them on the barn. I was thinking of replacing the doors, but I'm figuring I'm just going to leave them open, because if any monsters come in here, this is all they're able to... This is the only area they're going to be able to get in. They can't go through gates. So if some zombie, hiss boomy, or skelly shooty is in there, we'll see it. And there's a llama in the pool. That's a thing everybody should have. Anyway, again, the half slab thing. And I did the same thing here. Everything looks weird now because I half slab this. Zombies, I'm thinking that have come from the nether. Regular zombies have been coming and breaking these doors down, then breaking the doors down in the front of the house, so had to take care of stuff. And you never thought that a person who totally sucks at this game could do this, but Yep, map wall. Here's the house. There's the nether room. There's the new beehive factory. The sheep pen that you've seen. The barn. The crops. The swimming pool with the llama. The train station. Yeah, you might notice there's more than one line. There was one line that went quite a ways to the mesa, or Badlands as it's called now, long before I knew there was one really close this way. And that is the line we came in from that goes to the village. And speaking of, we need to come down here and stone variants. Gonna need grab some of this. Probably not gonna. I'll grab more than what we need, that's for sure. Anyway, let's. Oh, we got a silk touch shovel. We don't need to touch that. Although, actually, we're going to. Not the valuables. We'll bring these. And just to take up a little less space, we'll smash these down. So now we got a much faster, easier way to get to the stronghold. We have a second line. Yeah, not everything I'm going to build is going to have a sunset to ruin things. Whatever. Just put a bed here. Take our friend Mr. Shovel and we're going to expand this building. We are going to leave the roof line as it is. It's going to have a although I think we're going to remove this piece right there. Because if it can go fast, it's not this channel. Anyway, we're going to need to remove this piece. So what we're going to do is just put some torches on the pillars, and then, well, this has got to go. And we'll mimic the lighting pattern over there. So, we won't need this many, but we're just going to make them. Uh-oh, hissy boomy. Not smart enough to pathfind over. Anyway. Alright, with that threat neutralized. And that definitely doesn't belong. Actually, we're going to remove this. Because just like the other one, we'll have the exit door there. It almost mirrors. In fact, that might just do. Do that, and then try to do this nice and quick, but we know that who's trying, so therefore we know that won't work. All sorts of things to do in this video today. It's actually not a one-trick pony. Yeah, and we can move the pointer instead of just sitting or doing nothing. So we got the base obviously all built, and that even includes the understructure. Because we just can't have a building float. That's just very wrong. And somehow something... Okay, this, no. And we can get rid of this one. And then we just have this cross brace to make it appear that there's something structural. And we can get rid of that. So now we actually will need this. Go over to the other side and place one of these. Yeah, now I'm not 100% sure how I did this. I know this is... I actually know what we did is start there like this and go up like that, and one here like so. And 2, 1. And there we go. Alright, this is kind of not necessary, but it's just mirror what's there. It's a little overkill, but that's okay. Overkill good. And we'll leave that blank, because what I'll do is that way we can continue this. Not too worried about losing a piece of dirt. Yep, that one. And so. So I think I've grossly made way too many. That's okay. It's better to have more than not enough. So I believe we have the correct look, more or less. Right now, we're just trying to I believe we have it. Alright, that looks the same, except there's a torch there, which really doesn't need to be there, because I put a torch there because I did not know at the time that let's just do this. Just to keep things consistent. I did not know that the little twerps still need a 2-block space, but let's just keep everything consistent. Alright, that looks the same. And we're going to step out here and take a look. That looks the same, except we don't have our entry light over there. And let's just... Okay, why are we not moving? Alright, too many things here. Alright, where were we before we got so rudely interrupted, and that literally just scared the crap out of me. Alright. Yeah, torch in hand, it leaves more to see. As you can see, we got this built. We have the understructure. This looks a little different because we replaced a wooden beam, and that one's there to kind of make it look like it's being supported. We did not put the lights on the building. Can we do this in an expeditious manner? Yeah, look who's trying. We can turn. We can jump. Of course, the answer is no, because that would be a bit much to ask for. Anyway. I usually don't like to use the shovel on removing my dirt scaffolding, but we need to kind of move. All right. And so with that shovel, we are going to need, as I said, I found a beehive when looking for iron to build that railroad. So they all died before I got to kill them. But not you. Oh yeah, there's also something else we need to do. I just remembered. I also got ender pearls. And we were going to go to the nether fortress where the mansion is. But I had a blaze rod over there, so I was able to break it down. We don't need to make the trip. Alright, so put some stuff away. That can disappear. This can go back. You can put that there, can put that there. Put the rest of that there. Put that over there and that over there. Authority. And valuables. Alright, now we're ready to go. We want to fill that portal up first. Oh, let's pay attention and go out the wrong door. Anyway, here's the view from outside. There's the new beehive building. We are here, but not for long. And a spider decided to join the llamas in the pool. What I need to do is put a sign up, because one of these days I want to make this world available to the general public. I gotta get some zipping software so I can upload it, because I don't have any of that stuff on this machine. I had it on the old one. Anyway, here's the new line. I'm gonna go all the way to the end. So let's just enjoy the trip. As you can see, this mirrors the other line, but only to a degree. I mean, you can kind of see up ahead that it starts to deviate first in height, and then it'll ultimately deviate in direction. So all the cobblestone that I mined in that giant, the giant strip mine, one that, especially the 6-block high area that's gone out for quite a few blocks in every which direction where the elevator's in the middle. It took pretty much all of it to build the bed that the track is on. Now, I mean, it's not a perfect system. It's supposed to be somewhat minimal to get the job done. Where there's more than one rise for every 32 pieces of track, we just stopped the count, because I put the power rail after every 32 regular rail. And some of these climbs are 20 blocks long, because that's what each span is outside of where stations might be, or the turn that we made when we deviated from the other track. So if there's more than one climb within 32, wherever the second climb is, like this one here, we added a power rail. So going uphill, it gets a little slow. That's okay though. Funny thing is, as I exited the tunnel, the live stream shows that we were entering the tunnel. So the time your view shows the tunnel, that we're entering the tunnel, in real time we exited. So the time it takes for the view on the first tunnel to enter and then exit is how long the lag is. We had a secondary station right there where that door is. Now, this is not a terribly long railroad. I think it probably takes like longer than I thought. Probably like 6-7 minutes. And we're most of the way. Because again, we're going to be expanding that village. I've also done a lot of prep work to finish up prepping so we can just get going on making the village bigger. So you always want bigger villages where there's something of importance. Villages in between, whatever. And some of the, a lot of the wood that I gathered were from other places or walking to the end portal from the original trail that we made, cleaning up all the floating trees and limbs, which is a thing that obviously you saw there were a bunch of floating logs. That's the construction of this railroad, which is an entirely different trail. And for the longest time, similar to over there, there was a dangling single block of leaves here. Like these broken trees that are floating. That actually, some of that for the most part was in the beginning of these live streams where we were trying to find what I thought was a jungle ruin that was in this world, but apparently it never really existed. But I thought it did. Alright, now we're most of the way there. That's one of the trails right there. So we're coming up to the village, but we're going to go right by it and head to the stronghold. And you'll see that I have a tree farm that's outside of the village on the right. Because while I was at the mansion, going to the nether for the, to get more end rods, which I found I didn't really need, but will the next time I get pearls. I went and cut down some dark oak, got some saplings, and made some of those. Alright, there's the station, and I have finished the decorative touches that... I've done a few decorative touches on some of the windows on the last stream. I also lit up everything, so everything should be safe. Now we're gonna push forward when we hit the strip there. There. So we could power our way through that dead zone. As you've noticed, every stop has 2 or 3 pieces of powered rail that have no power to them, which stops the cart dead in its tracks. Well, I guess it's about a 10-minute ride, as the sun's already setting. Doesn't take very long to get there. We're almost there now. In fact, on the very right, the building showed up. On the very far right, you can kind of see a blob that is slightly brighter than everything else. That's the tunnel that we made to get into the stronghold. Hard to imagine that it was very close. Alright, then the dead section. Control there. and sleep. So, 2 things. 1, nice swim. Nice jump. Although the swim went... Alright, first things first. Let's grab these suckers. And boom, 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 boom. What a kick in the groin. I need 1. Even if we had it, we wouldn't have the time to go explore it and get destroyed. Anyway, like I said, while I was trying to find iron to make this railroad, because I didn't quite make it, I went that way looking for cave systems, and yeah, we're gonna have to kill some time. But I found a bee's nest. And we have to kill time because A, I don't have a campfire, and B, we have to wait till night, which sucks. And we can swim. And we can run. I think it's right in here somewhere. No? And randomly hit stuff. Ah, there it is. Question is, are the bees still here? Yes, they are. Now, the thing is, I don't know how many of them are in there. Because when I last checked, I believe there were 2 bees. Well, I don't want to hit it now. Gotta wait for night. I hear a second bee, so there is one in there. Alright, what I want to do is see if I can find more as we randomly run. As the old saying goes, the more the merrier, but apparently it might be a rare thing to find. More than half the day has gone by, so... And we know it's right over there. And it's a thing I gotta do after I saw my buddy Zan Polo on my server. I wish one of these days will come back. I forget what reason he has that he hasn't been on, but ever since I've seen him do that, I have to do it now. Light up mushrooms. I know I saw some that I just went right by, but so the thing is, we need to see that our bee friends. Alright, more than half the day is gone. Okay, this is the boring part. So while we're waiting, let's grab ourselves some coal, because we could definitely use some of that. Alright, a little more than half the day has gone by. Let's just go up here for just because we can. See if there's any more of them bees, which I highly doubt. So apparently those, at least in Java Edition, are somewhat rare. I don't want to wander too far away from where we found them, because I want to grab them, gonna bring them to the village, and if I remember to before we end the show, is we're gonna go back. Thought there's someone on the ground. We're gonna go back and set it aside. Alright, it's fairly close. But we have to wait for dark, because that's when they'll go in their hive. And then we'll take the shovel, because you need a silk touch tool to break the hive. And if the bees are inside when you break it with a silk touch, it'll actually not break. Yeah, we got two. A, it won't break. And B, no pun intended, they will not get angry. Because if you use a non-silk touch object and you break it, they're going to be very angry and they will sting you. In fact, what I think I'll do is play a little dirty. What I'm going to do is try to get them both around me. We got one. Now we're going to get the attention of this one. There we go. Alright, as you can see, the sun is about to go down. When it starts to... Oh, we got a third bee. If we lost them, that's okay, because they're near their hive. Yeah, this one almost got us. do is just quickly switch over to a bed. Lose interest of the bees. Well, they're going to have to ultimately come back. Alright, they're all in there. And we have the beehive with all 3 bees. We're going to put it in a different inventory slot because we don't want to lose them. We don't want to accidentally hit them or do any damage to them. Alright, so hopefully I'll remember that when it's time to end the stream, we're going to... I don't want to going too much past 1 o'clock because I started at 10. We're at 11, so we're already a third of the way through. So probably what we'll do is around 12:30 Eastern Time, which is an hour and a half from now. We'll head back home and get the bee thing going. So we got 3 bees, which is even better. I mean, 2 is enough to do the job. 3, it's not going to matter yet, but it's not going to matter right away because we can only breed 2 at a time. But once we do that, we have 4, which would be the 3 adults and the 1 kid. And then once that's grown, we'll actually have 4 and we can breed all 4. Versus having 2 where, yes, you start the same way, breeding a pair, but then you'd only have 3 and you'd have to breed a pair again to get 4. So we're ahead of the game by 1. So breed a pair, have 3, and since we have that other bee, 3 and 1 is 4. And see, the trip to the village is not very long. No, you can't. I was going to say, in fact, you probably can see the stronghold from here, and the answer is no. I just need 1 more ender pearl, and I do have to go to the end, the nether, to get another blaze rod. Alright, this time we're getting off. We'll just push it a little more this way. Alright, I'm going to put our valuables here. It's that and that. We definitely want nothing to happen to those. I've also rearranged things here a little bit. Made the chest bigger. We got a ample supply of wood to start with. Not a very ample supply of cobblestone to do our foundations with. And over here, we have the tree farm that's not really done much of anything, but that's okay. We need to make beds so we can have the sheep, pen up the sheep, make make some beds. Once we prove this is a safe area and everything's well lit, we will have the day already. So we've patched things up, we've capped off areas. Now what I want to do is start expanding. Now, we only have one farm for this entire village, and it's over there. That's not going to cut it. So you have a dual mining system. And I always keep forgetting where the second entry is. We are not going to use this guy to get cobblestone. That's if we find anything. This is a very windy, twisty path. Well, there's only one way you can go from there. Actually, what I want to do is put it over here. So I see something interesting here. Yep, I knew it. While I'm busy, you attack. And that made me jump again. We need the cobblestone for our foundations for both the buildings and the new farm. You're stuck. I'm not going to need that quite yet. Well, that was worth it. I thought I saw another one up here somewhere. Whatever. Saw another path. Let's just go this way. Yep, we can break. That'll indicate that that's an exit. Now the reason why we're not doing anything with the village yet is I want it to get dark so we can see if everything's lit well enough. Plus we could use the cobblestone. And there goes that one. These are leftovers from doing the strip mine, so... And we get that one. Just get all these unevens. Actually, that's not going to matter. Alright, let's see what time it is. Okay, there's what I remembered. Wow, wasn't that well worth it? Anyway. Now what I'll do is I'm just going to move these over. So it's a little more clear that this is the exit. And this is annoying. Alright, it's starting to get a little dark. What I'm going to do is just go down here a little bit. Get rid of some headbanger space here. Just getting rid of some of this uneven crap. I think we might be alright at this point. So what I want to do is, I really don't have enough to do what I want. Is I'm not going to use the shovel. I'm just... Okay, we don't need that to have a lip like that. It doesn't match the rest of the area. Alright, we have a dark spot that I've just found. Alright, that looks okay. Alright, let's see what we can see from heights of biblical proportions, which really isn't all that biblical. Don't have to worry about the phantoms because we slept. And 9 more for the hell of it. Don't care that they turn. I don't care if they turn. I wasn't saying like I usually do, turn, when I'm moving the thing. Alright, that building there is a lost cause. We might knock it down and relocate it in here. Yeah, it looks like this is all fairly well lit. It looks like we're okay. We're ready to start expanding the village. Ready to make some farms. Actually, we don't need to breed any sheep. We got quite a few of them on hand here. We have shears, which is good. Now I know for a fact I could just simply take the shovel and work my way down, but I don't feel like it. Alright, so now we're gonna snip some sheep. We'll even go for the other variants. And of course I built this fence so they'll see me. Hissy boomies will see me. Like that. The thing is... Come on, creeper. I've set this fence far enough that they cannot go hiss and boom. Skeletons will still fire at us because we're way too close to them. In fact, let's see if we can demonstrate that now. Hey, creeper. Yep, here he goes. See, he's gonna get that close, and that's all he can do. I also... Normally I kill all the animals, but might as well leave them. Now, these are the only 2 farms that exist. Now what we're gonna do is take some of this and make one diagonal. So you're gonna have one of these, one of that. I should have brought some potatoes, but I didn't think of that because that would be smart planning, and that's not what we do here on this channel. And by this channel, I do refer to both the YouTube and this Twitch, which hardly anyone ever watches, but that's okay. Alrighty. Got a flat spot right here that we can just... This, we'll take our shovel. Let's see, we'll actually start here. What do is here to this, 1 to this. Making it the same dimensions as, you know, the other one is 3 big. We're gonna, no, that's actually not true. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it is going to get a little dark where we are. That's okay. We're going to ultimately let the villagers go. But right now we are going to retorch this area. Alright, we got our first beds in. Alright, now that we've proven that this is a safe village, we can say let the villagers free, but we'll do that when it's a little safer than what it is right now. Okay, so I'm going to just take that and put it here. I'm going to be wasting some of the ores, but alright, so we've got some carrots, got some seeds, and got a bucket in case some nasties decide to join in and have fun. We can make 4 beds there. I got an extra bed here that I've been using. And got ourselves a hoe. And it has to rain. Bedrock, not exactly the smoothest transitions. Anyway, now we got the hoe. We need the bucket, which I've been using for milk because those pillagers have been around here quite a few times. We're going to let you guys roam around a little bit, but pain in the butt that I gotta go this far. This is the only water source I have not got rid of because it's actually designed to be the way it is. This one I did. I completely filled it in and I'm gonna get the sand out of there later. Yeah, I screwed that up. Alrighty, so we got carrots. Yeah, let's just grab from their crops and then replant. More than what we need. Not going to worry about those. Actually, we can give the farmers their wheat. We don't need this, but we need that. Boy, it is ridiculously stingy now. Alright, once we set up this area, we'll let them free. And we have more than enough to... Yeah, we're gonna need more actually. I was only thinking of half the work here. What the heck? Right, that's definitely more than what we need, but... Wow, that's really nice. You're free to go. Village is deemed safe. I know, we got a building over here that's blocked off, that one and this one. You're free to go. And this one. I think I'm going to break the doors down and reinstall them. They're acting weird. Hey, you want some wheat while we're at it? There you go. Oh, they shut the door. Oh, we got another building. You're free to go. So now we got to start making this a big place. Okay, here we go. We can turn. Actually, I got a whole bunch of bone meal. We can expedite this farm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one here, one over here. That might not be a good idea after all. I can climb over that. Won't be a good thing. There we go. Now we don't have enough beds to make things work. So right now we're gonna take this. Got plenty of that stuff. Alright, so we got 10 wheat. Let's see if we can increase that. Oh, we almost filled it. Some of these doors are not seated properly, so those are stuck open. We are going to break down and reposition. Yes, very slow start. Okay, that's in the closed position, so is that. We want to make sure that all the doors are properly closed. Here, have some wheat. because we care. As the old 80s saying goes, caring is sharing. Or sharing is caring. Alright. Okay, it looks like all the doors are closed. Which is good. Now we got a farm going over there, and someone has... Looks like we have some... Got some farmers. That's good. That's a problem. That's my bed. You're rude. If you weren't so important, I'd beat you with my torch. Anyway. We're not going to build small buildings like this. We're not going to build gargantuan buildings either. But we are going to start... I'm thinking of doing... So where am I going to start putting houses? I mean, this is a fairly large house. So let's start here. What we're going to do is we're going to move some of these torches because that's where a foundation's going to exist. I'm going to build large-scale housing here. Alright, so just... What I'm going to do is I'm just going to relocate that. We're just... And again, we're going to move some torches out of the way. All right, we're going to take out these two here. Making the buildings a lot with double doors because apparently villager pathfinding is kind of craptacular. I am also going to make a few buildings. They're not going to be impressive buildings, but they're going to have, some of them will have stone roofs. That way, if lightning were to burn anything down, this will definitely be a building that doesn't go. And we don't have material. Or material we want to use. So... back to the salt mines. Looking for stuff that isn't cobblestone. This stuff. which there's hardly any of. I believe we hollowed this out because that's where we found some. I don't want to go exploring. If we ultimately have to, then we will, but we don't want to. Nothing there. Ah, here we go. Yep, hitting escape, and I'm pressing the button to change over. Oh, yep, we can jump. And the fun ensues. Now gonna put a half slab roof in, that's all you really need. So if you make them half slabs, monsters won't be able to spawn on top of them, so long as the placement is that it's on top of a full block, not on top of a half block. Will that be enough? Let's just see if there's any. Yeah, I see that, but yeah, we can put a torch in. This will be more than enough to get us going, and yeah, let's just finish with this. There's a zombie there. It can't get to us because it's a ledge. Although if it really wanted to, it can jump down, take a little damage, and try to kill us. And it won't. Alright, back up we go. Time to start building ourselves some village buildings. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and go like that and have a crap load of that stuff. Then we're going to take some of this. Take some of this. Will that be enough to do what I want? Okay, grab. That's 6. I need more. That'll be more than what we need, but that'll be fine. I'll grab some of this. Grab some of this. Let's see, I want a multiple of 6 here. Yeah, we can split. Multiple of 6 because it takes 6 to make a set of glass. Alright, let's head to our foundation. And we need this to not be there. So let's build ourselves a house here. It is okay that we don't meet yet. No. I don't want to waste the axe on that. And we are safe for a couple nights, so unless there's a zombie siege, nothing is going to get in here. Now we connect this all up. Just making simple boxes. Not going for anything fancy schmancy here. Now we take this and split it up. So do is put a torch there and a torch there. Torch there, torch there. Whatever. Always get more sand. It's not too difficult anyway. May not be enough. Should be fine. No, just have the one beam going now. We don't need that. Okay, now we can use this again. Foundation for our pillar. Now what we're gonna do is, okay, which side did I put that on? Okay. I'll go one higher than what we needed. Start slapping on the roof. That way if a thunderstorm comes and lightning strikes, at least one of the village buildings will be safe. The sheep seem to like it, but it's not for sheep. It's for people. Will we have enough? And put one too many here. Alright, so now we'll put in windows. Get out. Not that way. But they act incredibly stupid. Yeah, just go out the window. Alright, so now the building's protected, because the way lightning strikes things, it has to have a direct line of sight in the sky. And since this covers the building, it cannot hit it from the side. It only can hit it direct. Actually, I'll do this. And that can be... Yeah, those both can be redone. And we'll do the same here. Torch, torch, torch. We're definitely not going for style points here. To do is I gotta look at the hills and see if there's any that are 3 or 4 blocks high, and that way we can make a double-decker. The way villagers work now is things that qualify for a house don't really matter. So long as there's a bed in the building, they'll go to it. So what I want to do right now is we don't need the hoe, we need doors. That way we can restrict a little better. Right there. Oh, no, you don't. There we go. Now we have a house. And we are going to put 4 beds in there. Alright, let's just grab this. We have 2. Let's put those aside right now. One, 2. We can put away the hoe, and that would be 3. And that's 4 spaces. He won't take it. They'll find it. They want it, they'll have it. So now we got our 4 beds. Yeah, we want to take this and add it to our stingy wheat farm. Oh, they filled it in. Not bad. I broke this door down, I believe, and reset it. I'll just do it one more time. Alright, bedtimes. We have, let's see. One. Two. Three. Four. Oh, simple enough. Yep, we can go with that. Alright, so I know it'll never work out that way, but that's the quote-unquote Smith's building. As I fix a dangling bedroom slipper. Alright, so we have that. Let's look around here, like I said. We have a 1, 2, 3. Oh, here we go with that again. One, two, three. Problem is, we're in a village. And we need cows. Since they... We got a baby already. Seems everything but a cow is forming in here. We got a crap ton of this. Make another somewhat similar building. Alright. This will definitely not be enough. Yeah, see, they're where I don't want them to be. Well, they're heading away. That's a good thing. This is what I'll do. Oh, that's a cat. I thought, did one of those guys actually come up this way? Alright, so what I'm going to do is... about here? 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I guess we'll be going a little short on this one. And we won't need a foundation piece for some of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In this case, let's see, how about inverse floors here? Yep, we can jump. So what we got here is no steps. Actually, we can go down like this. And that's exactly what I didn't want. Just going to put a couple of temporary torches down there. Can't go up that way. This goes away because that's not supposed to be there. So we got ourselves a double-decker over here. Do here is build up the frame. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Might be a little excessive lighting, but whatever. Four. It's the perfect number. Alright, so we're gonna do this, this, that. Right, the building is almost done. It needs a roof and some beds. going to need room for stuff. A bucket. I'm going to have to set aside. It's going to set aside. We can make 6 and 6, so we can make 4 beds there. There's only enough room for 2 on each floor. Whatever. Alright, what other tables do we have? Logs in a furnace. That takes away from our our construction, but we can have one there, one there. Yep, we can take. Yeah, we can fit 8 in here. Because this is I consider it a double unit. Yeah, but don't forget we have 2 already that we can use. And not enough to keep it going. Just realized something here. This may not be properly lit. Yeah, something can happen up here. 4 beds. Let's put away the rest of the wool. Put that up there. And I still have not made steps or a roof, which really does well. Since we need to make a roof and... Oh, you're making kids. Never mind. Thought you were stuck. Anyway... That'll more than be suffice there. Good enough there. Do is take these and put them next to the stairs. 1 and 2. Whatever. Yeah, we'll just don't waste the axe on this. I know it's a bit slow, but there we go. There, now we have a couple extra units of housing. Double decker, someone's already found a bed, which is good. Did I? Okay, yeah, I see the flame up there. I was going to say, did I put a torch up there? Because that's a place something could spawn. We don't want that. It's getting a bit late, so we're going to put away our lumber. And what little stone we have left. Alright, so... raining again. And we're going to move this path. We're going to dig this out. And I might terraform this. You know, dig this section out and then path block it, and dig this out and just make it regular dirt. Alright, so what we're going to do now is since I want to head back home and get the whole bee thing going, is alright, we could use that for our foundation. This can go away. Hello. Go down this rabbit hole, which goes absolutely nowhere. And randomly turn for no reason. It's got to be a gesture that I can set up, or in this case, disable, where it just decides to rotate on its own. In the case of using the mouse in Windows, it'll just go off in a direction. For a minute I thought I saw iron that I've completely missed over the time that I've been here. Okay, I think we might have enough of this to get the next foundation going. But we'll just break more. Let's just break these two to even it out. That for the same reason. That time I saw iron. When I was looking for it, though, I did not see it. It's pretty dark. Yeah, we can climb instead of randomly whacking stuff. What we're going to do is just set the next foundation. Did all those spawn out, the dirt blocks? Yeah, they did. Not going to matter, because alright, this is what we're going to do here. We're going to torch here, and torch here. I'm going to move that out there. Move that over there. Yeah, we can break that. And this one over here. Same thing. Move that over there. here. Too far. Turn. Reason for, like I said, the excessive door count is so they can actually find their way in. Alright, so what I want to do now is find the center. I believe this is it. 4, 4. Yeah, that's the same. And yeah, whatever. Okay, where did that go? Over here. Yep. Escape means escape. Alright. Get the idea. It's time to head back home so we can start the bee thing up. Sorry, sir, but we need the bed. Alright, let's see here. Throw this aside. We can always dig up more cobblestone where we live. We will need this and the 2 flowers to mate them with. Back home we go. Starting to look like a bigger village. I think it goes without saying. So we did more than what we usually do. We usually have one project that drags on. Now we have multiple projects today that have dragged on. Maybe a little less, but hey, I'll take less. Less is improvement. And now speaking of another thing dragging on, the trip to heading back home. I wanted to build that station on camera. You know, I built the platform, but I didn't want to build the station. I wanted you to be there to see it being built. So we're 1 ender pearl, or eye of ender short. We're of course short 1 ender pearl, but we need to put a blaze rod in, which we don't have. So we would have to go back to the nether fortress at the mansion, because the nether fortress that's somewhat near home base has a spawner that was the original version of the spawner, which wasn't very good at working or doing its job. They rarely ever spawned anything. Versus when I don't remember what version that they fixed it. But but at some point they fixed them so they work like normal. Here's an example of a spot where if there is more than one climb within a 32 block radius, we add a powered rail instead of the normal 32 regular track and then a powered rail. It wouldn't make it up the hill, or if it did, it would be ridiculously slow. I mean, it does get slow, but it gets there. And when you see the tunnels, you know that you're much closer to home. That is, heading back. I wonder how much lag has built up over time. Because on this first tunnel, which we are coming to now, it was the first one that we went through, getting there. By the time I exited, the stream was showing me entering. Alright, let's see where we are at. I just exited the tunnel. You've just entered. So the lag picked up a little bit more, like another second. So the time that I exited that second tunnel, a second after the fact, that's when your view of it is when I went in. And as you see, the second monorail track, the original one, that's when you know we're very close to home. Just a large chicane and some leveling off and home. Alrighty, here comes the station. Like I said, I built the platform ahead of time, but I wanted to build the actual building with you. And there's the new beehive building, for which we are now going to. We could push that back a little bit. Good enough. Maybe a hair far, but good enough. So it's time to bring the bees to their new home, and hopefully they don't escape. I might just go out the back door. Alright, I'll put you right here. They're not coming up. There we go. Now what I want to do is reproduce. 1, 2. And away they go. That setting. We can do for the next trip over so we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, there's plenty over there. There weren't that many sheep over there initially. Then they all spawned in. So now we gotta wait for that thing to reach level 5 honey. There's 5 stages to this hive as they're pollinating the flowers, as you can kind of see. That's what those are up there for. They pollinate and they go into the hive. At some point, after the 5th stage, you'll see honey overflowing the openings, and then we could either put a shear into the dropper, or dispenser, should I say. There's a difference. And shear the honeycomb, and they won't get mad because an electrical impulse did the work. That way we don't need to use a campfire with... Apparently it doesn't set neighboring stuff on fire, but I just don't want to deal with that. Now I have slept, but what I would like to do is if I have punch 2. How much of a punch do we have here? Whatever. Let's do some fat. If I could get mending on this thing. Kill the witch. And they just don't stop spawning in, do they? Glass bottles, we can actually use those. And we're walking slowly because we want them all to trail me here. Use these for dispensers, use that to do other construction projects if we need to. Good aim. Funny thing is, all the arrows that I shoot, I can still pick up. I barely could see his head, but I got him. I guess in this version of the game, they'll work during. I guess indoors they'll just work during the. They'll just keep working. You can use that for storage. Ooh, didn't see you coming. Alright, you dropped a sword. Fire aspect, which I don't think. Too bad you can't combine stuff. I'll be willing to sacrifice that one. Oh, we got it up a little bit. Hate doing this, but the only reason I won't kill the baby is it's not going to give me anything. I mean, ultimately, the space will get crammed so badly that it's going to wind up causing slowdown. Leave the baby alone. And we got level 5 honey. Now, unless they screwed up this game, which wouldn't surprise me in the least, if I take this, put it in the dispenser to grab honeycomb, push the button, the bees will be fine with it. And nothing happened. Now remember, we have that silk touch tool. Alright, did I have a crafty thingy here? So we can already start expanding this by doing that, doing this. Now we have the occupancy of 6. Oh, and put the tools away right now. And this is the slow build. Okay, exit the door. Now we got bones out here, I believe. So what I want to do is try and... Oh, damn it. Oh, they're everywhere. Well, the banner guy's going away, so... Not that desperate. Alright, we got some bones. So we can make bone meal. And something just died over here. And movement, that would be good. Movement, that would be good. So what we can do is, I got a couple bones. Do a couple of things here. While we await this thing to die. Because every bit helps. And we run. Alright, the banner guy has left. We don't know where he went. Don't matter. Don't care. Alright, both of you. Yeah, we can go. This is definitely overkill, but that's the way we like it. More than necessary. Alright, so we got another 17 here. Not perfect, but we'll take it. I'm going to move this stuff down here and put this over here. Alright, we got to start going. Do we have a level 5 moment yet? No? Okay. We're good with that. Again, no honey dripping out of there, so we can't do anything about it. I was gonna... Alright, the sun's about to go down, so... Let the creeper come along. Come on, creeper. There you go. apparently you've been struck before. Now, the thing I haven't done, and I should have, is make sure there are absolutely no, we are not randomly doing stuff now. We want to get rid of all the flowers that are surrounding this place. And anything that could get the bees' attention. The idea is you want them to concentrate on staying in the building. Don't want them migrating. I don't think they care for tall grass or the grass, but this tree farm will still come in handy. I've used it primarily to build the structure itself. And why are we all of a sudden using the pickaxe? So once again, I think we still have our Now we can build another one. I think they're trying to find the flowers that used to be over there, but don't exist anymore. And I still have bottles. And no. Here we go. Slowly but surely, we're getting what we need. Alright, we're going to put the flowers over here. And alright, this we need to put the two together. At some point, we'll have enough bees that we can put this thing away. And just in case something disastrous were to happen, we'll have a beehive protected and we will be good. But right now, we need bones. String helps so we can make the bows that used to make the dispenser shoot stuff. Ooh, look at all the creepers. Hiss boomies. Hissy boomy. And the reason I want them to go over here is if an Enderman comes around, we have an Enderman shelter over there. Alright, we have bones here. And a zombie over here. Now the arrows aren't a bad thing either. Even though our infinity bow only needs one, I'm not taking that to fight the dragon. Because that's something I definitely don't want to lose. Need an Enderman to spawn in. think we got some more bones from last time. Good. And that'll help get the flower situation in a much better place. Plus, the reason going overkill on the flowers is that the bees will stay in the building and not try to find flowers elsewhere. And we've built up quite a bit. Now we got a ton of creepers that are over near the nether portal room. Ender room. Yeah, I keep calling it the end portal. But that's not what that is. They should fill in right about now. There we go. Damn it. Hey, that wasn't supposed to happen. So what's on this? Just fire aspect. Alright, none of those are at a honey level that we can use, but that's okay. As long as they come out and play and we can... They come out and play and we can use the, bone meal the flowers and get some stuff. 18. Is that enough? We don't know. But we're gonna try and fill the gap with what we got here. It's almost time to call it good. Alright, 13. Still not enough. This will be more than sufficient, I think. Nope, just enough, which is not bad. Alright, it's almost time to call it good. Oops. Yeah, that's useless. Anyway. What up, bees? I want to take this one and, store it in safe storage. But we need the bees to come out. Yeah. As they say, a watched pot never boils. So, yeah. Alright, so that's not gonna... While we're here... The reason I'm doing it this way is I want them in specific spots. I don't want them getting into the bottle where I've set aside the bottles, so do it like that. So we can afford to do it one more time. Yeah, that'll be enough for now, because we need to make a ton more dispensers when the time comes that we need a ton more dispensers. Oh, you know what? I don't think the bees like the rain. even though you're in a building where you're not going to get wet. Although now, if that's the case, I know that's when I can safely take that one out and we'll have a safety net of 3 bees. Anyway. Yeah, we're pretty much getting ready to wrap things up. So, oh, hello. Yeah, this isn't going to do me any good, but it's an expendable sword. And there was a creeper here. It disbanded. Now let's not have that in the end. I gotta do something about the chickens. In fact, I'm wondering if I'm gonna move this. Or maybe I'll keep it there and make some evil contraption. Did I take a hoe with me? No, I didn't. Which I didn't want to take it with me. Yeah, I have a feeling because of the rain, the bees aren't coming out to play at all. So what I'll do is I'll just plant one of these because we can. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna turn. So maybe the next time we come back, this thing will be substantially larger. And probably going to cause some slowdown, or at least this machine to sound like a jet engine. Oh, there it is. Where's the sun? There it is. Will they pop out? Oh, we got honey on that one now. Yep, they've come out. So we are going to take this out of here and put it in here. Then hit the button. So long as it's not human, so long as human does not touch, we are good. The redstone signal from the dispenser will take care of everything for us. And another beehive. And we can run. Yeah, we're starting to fill up. It filled up pretty quick considering how we've started. Yeah, so once we got the bee population going, and we are going to sleep this off. I think it might be time for those awful creatures of the night to start flying. And we don't need that. Yeah, we can move. Actually, I don't want to use that. That chest is specifically for cooking in terms of the bone meal or food related. Although honey is a food item, but that's not the purpose. So we got a couple extra bones here. Alright. Not going to be able to do anything more really, but you gotta be careful about where these bees are before we open and close doors. Well, we got two that are at honey levels now, so of course we don't have any iron. Do we have any here? I don't think I do. Oh, it's only one that went, and it's the third one. So we're going to... It's not there. It's here. And we're going to put these here. Hit the button. Put this back in the first one because that's where we know that they exist. 3 more. And we're getting ready to end this video and live stream. There we go. There's only one bee that's out. Alrighty, you get the idea. In fact, let's just end it right where we were. make sure it's safe to be where we're going to be. No pun intended. And they have to swim to get to me there. Alright. So there they are, working hard, or hardly working. Pollinating. Got several of the hives built. It's now a matter of time letting these bees mature so we can really spread the population out and get this building almost completely filled, and then we can start putting bottles in and make honey. That'll be it. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.